Welcome to my channel, to all my fantastic friends. The upcoming global reset, the downfall of the economic system, the prophecy according to Benjamin Solari Parravicini, who is warning us about the economy collapse and the crisis we'll be facing in the future, which pretty much is the one we're seeing at the moment. So we're gonna see what the Nostradamus of North America will say about our future economy, which is a ticking bomb waiting to explode. Also, Parravicini mentioned that this will be the great test of the world, meaning that all humanity will have to face this situation, including the rich people who will panic the most due to some serious changes in the US bill that will not only affect US but will affect the whole world. We have to keep in mind of the power of positive thinking and the benefits that brings in to meditate or pray to minimize the effects, but we need to see the reality of facts and start thinking logically of what's happening around us. With this in mind, we will begin our first psychography, which reads as follows. In the big test, human beings, goal falls, collapses, nothing will be tomorrow. More value will have an edible vegetable than $1. Open your eyes wide and learn to look. Gold rose disfigures itself and will be annihilated. It will be chaos, but it will be good. Year 1968. Benjamin Solari Parravicini. Here, we need to reflect on our current situation at the moment, with governments around the planet trying to implement the global reset that we noticed since the pandemic and lockdowns, with drastic changes in the economy. With this, we'll begin the next psychography, which reads as follows. Back on the ground, crisis, crisis. The great Yankee millionaire will cease to be. Benjamin Solari Parravicini. In this psychography, it's crystal clear that the economy will collapse, meaning that the Americans that used to enjoy the luxury lifestyle because of the reset, the economy will change and will crash, making everyone going along with the crash. Next psychography reads as follows. The captaincy of the world ship has fallen into bluntness. The world ship wears a captaincy of inflated balloon, which will resist little the ravages of the storm that climbs. The captaincy will explode, and the drifting world ship will march to the shores of Benjamin Solari Parravicini. In here, we notice that the world is dominated by the US currency, which no longer will be, according to Parravicini. Next psychography reads as follows. Argentina will suffer the storm in a small. That little storm will whip the world. It will be an example Benjamin Solari Parravicini. In here we can see that it's true. Argentina was in a huge economic collapse in 2001, where banks drove people's money and everything froze. So we better watch out. Also, when he mentions it will be an example, means that Argentinians recuperated the economy by bartering, meaning the exchange of goods, therefore saving their situation. Next psychography reads as follows. Men who go through the world pay attention and understand the time of confusion is already in you. There is still time. Comprehend, observe, understand. Humanity have already fallen into puerile imitation, into vulgar iniquity, into banal boasting, into ignore shameless. These places she runs after the goal, for which she will still beat him well or badly until enough. The goal in punishment will fall. Prophecy of 1967. Benjamin Solari Parravicini. In here, Parravicini is pointing out about the crisis and inflation that will lead to financial crisis. And also is warning us about that we have to do something before that market crash. So it's better and wise to start being self-sufficient without relying on the regular commercial things, which are not going to be useful if the infrastructure collapse, meaning no gasoline or electricity. As we already start seeing gas prices going up and inflation as well, meaning the same products that we used to buy before are now twice as expensive or more. So we have to put attention to the next psychography that reads as follows. Fire, hunger, pestilence, death repeats the righteous bells that approaches the world. Even more so, the world does not listen. Here comes the darkness of the dragon that seemed asleep. Here comes the terror of the bear with fake love and brotherhood. Here we need to put attention to the upcoming paragraph that points out about the economy, which Parravicini makes it really clear in this paragraph, and it reads as follows. Here comes the humble Democrat who never was, and with him poverty, and the homeless, and with them all the explosions of disintegration. In here we have to reflect on what Parravicini is saying. He mentions about the economy being really bad, that people will be struggling for food and goods. But unfortunately, after the economy, he says that what follows is the World War III. And the psychography finishes. Here comes the darkness and then the light from the south and then the cross. In this video, we are just focusing on the economic situation that we currently seeing going on around the globe and the reckless spending of the governments with the military weapons who don't help anyone but instead brings tension and chaos. Next psychography reads as follows. Coarse gold will be killed. Coarse gold will fall. Benjamin Solari Parravicini. In here he clearly talks about a change on the currencies and including the gold, which is no longer a conspiracy. It's candidly spoken about it and explicitly stated by the world leaders, as we see in this video.
Canada believes that a strong, coordinated response across the world and across sectors is essential. This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset. This is our chance to accelerate our pre-pandemic efforts to reimagine economic systems that actually address global challenges like extreme poverty, inequality, and climate change. Our government is committed to investing even more in the years to come. In addition, we will continue to advocate for extending the debt service suspension initiative. We will also work on ensuring the special needs of small island developing states and other vulnerable countries are taken into account. Building back better means getting support to the most vulnerable while maintaining our momentum on reaching the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and the SDGs.
As we continue with the spooky agenda of the world leaders, on the next psychography, Parravicini mentions a reconstruction. Perhaps is this global agenda? So the psychography reads as follows. The end of the great test. Men will begin to understand real mistakes that were and will be ashamed. The eagerness of reconstruction arrives, plus the discordant sides that have not disappeared will still cause trouble in different countries. The great thunder of terrestrial chaos will arrive. Water in avalanches, volcanoes in fires, hunger. 1968. Prophecy of Benjamin Solari Parravicini. Here in the next psychography reads as follows. World poverty. As is easy to see due to our reckless spending. Next psychography says as follows. Death, plagues, and cataclysms will rise over materialistic humanity. Year 1965. Next psychography reads as follows. Beggars over the world will swarm at the end of the ends. Benjamin Solari Parravicini. Hunger. Charity must arrive to save humanity. Benjamin Solari Parravicini. As he mentions, humanity will face a difficult time in the future, and the only way to overcome this will be by helping one another. Because love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. Also, after these events, we will have the help of our cosmic friends. And also, we have messages before the events that reads as follows. The star-sailed blue star will prove the existence of God with arduous effort, because of the men will have forgotten him for the gold. In real presence, the shipping agent will speak telepathically of the great universe, of the planets and superior men of amazing civilizations, and will say everything is work of God. The ship owner with determination will emphasize everything belongs to God, as you are early men. Abandon fetishes, the desire for new gods, new leaders, and new religions, so they won't be. Learn to be of God, and you will be. Benjamin Solari Parravicini. I want to give special thanks to Foro Argento for translating the psychographies of Benjamin Solari Parravicini. And also I want to thank Gabriela Dical, as you can search her up to find more about psychographies in Spanish. Thank you for watching and smell you later.